What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan and I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have our market analysis for the Digimon TCG like we do every Friday, or almost every Friday anyways. We have our usual episode here. We're going to talk about prices, we're going to talk about the market, what's happened since the beginning of EX6, some of the tournament cards, and trends that are coming out as we get into our first regionals of the EX6 format. And we're going to see how the pricing is going for Infernal Ascension. So that's what we're going to do here today. This is our first a week out from the release of EX6, and we want to look at these card prices and see how they're doing and see how our investments are going up or down anyways. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, let's get into it here. We have our tournament cards here. We're just looking at the participants for the Wave 2. We're going to have regionals tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be in the regionals. I'm still on the wait list, so I might not be in it. But for everyone who is in it, these are the cards you're going to be getting, the Wave 2 regional participant cards. So we're looking at Oriyumon. That's Wave 2. Phoenixmon, Hercules Cabuterimon, Z-Greymon. These guys are all under 10, so between 6 to kind of 9 there. And then we have our other ones, which are Magnadramon's like 250, 4 for Shadow Seraphimon, and 3 for Fenrir. So not super huge. Everything's like under $10. The Wave 2 kit has just crashed already, and there's technically only been 2 North American events, and one of those was online and the other one was in person. So yeah, that's they've crashed already. And we have the finalist versions here, where you got like Magnadramon, Fenrir, Phoenixmon, all $15, 10 for Shadow Seraphimon, 60 for Hercules Cabuterimon and Oriyumon, which is nuts. That's pretty cool. So apparently those cards are worth something. And 20 for Z-Greymon being the other highest there. But yeah, the finalist cards have come down quite a bit, except for these two right here. So yeah, so if you got some of these, I'd try and sell them. I'm still trying to sell mine. Yeah, they're going down quick. And then we get into Infernal Ascension here. You can see there's been a lot of changes here since we did this at release day last week. Ogudamon's come down over half for the low pull rate. Massimon's actually stayed it was, I think, at like 1,000. Later in the day, it was down to about 500, 450. And I actually managed to sell one for about 355 because we pulled the Ulti Mastimon Ace. So that was really good. So I got pretty good value on that one, paid for a couple of the boxes. And we are actually having 3 more boxes we're getting in today that we're opening. The 3 that we were short, so we'll do a video for those probably for tomorrow morning. And yeah, and hopefully we get some good stuff. And then of course all the other ones are kind of trending under 200, but still pretty pricey, with 140 for Ragna being the lowest one. So there's that. Mirai is trending down. That's the alt. This was about, I think, like 60. So it's gone down a little bit more than 10. I don't know if I expect it to go down anymore. Kind of sit there. The alt is sitting down quite a bit. Sitting down at about 64. Haven't pulled any of these. It'd be nice to pull these. But even these, I think I pulled one of these. So I think, like, between your secret and your alt, if people are having a hard time pulling this, that's going to be why this is staying up there. It's definitely, it's the highest secret. The Ogudamons are less, as we'll look at in a moment. But, I mean, 60, compared to the secrets from last set, 60 is not bad. And I think it does have room to go down. I think you'll see probably hit around that $50 mark, as most secret tamers do. Kind of stay around that $50 to $60 mark with the alt and the regular. I think this could potentially go down to 40. I don't know if it's going to drop much more than that. These have dropped a little bit. This was 75, so this is still your best alt. We pulled one of those. Still between $60 and $70. So there's that. So yeah, definitely keep your eyes open for good deals on these. Yeah, you gotta watch out. And then Lilithmon's gone down quite a bit. Lilithmon was at 75, so $25 drop. I expect to see this go down a bit more. Could potentially see this at that $40 range. And then Agudamon was up at like 75, 80. It's gone down by half. And then you can look here. This thing was about 50. This has gone down almost by half too. So we've seen a huge drop in Agudamon. Lucimon's kind of holding kind of where it was. It was in the $30 to $40 range. Mastimon actually I think went up. I think it was at $29.99 and it's actually gone up to around 40, 35 to 40. This is kind of holding too. I think it was in the mid 20s, but it went up, and this is kind of holding around 30. This has definitely gone down. This was closer to 4. I think it was 30 to 40 at release, but it's kind of come down a little bit too. So most of the prices are coming down. This has gone up massively. This was I think $17 for the non-alt, and it's now almost 30. So if you got these, sell them. People want this. So this is your super. Most of these are kind of gone down a little bit from where they were at, but they're kind of staying where these guys were around 20, and they've kind of gone down a little bit now. These I think were always below 20, and they've kind of gone down very Actually, I think the Dominionmon's gone up for the alt art. Honestly, let's see here. Yeah, see, spiked back up a little bit there. So went down a bit on release and then spiked back up. A bunch of the stuff is dirt cheap. You get the Ragnalord regular art being like a couple bucks off the alt. Belphamon's $10. Still supers are still $10 supers are still really good. So you got a lot of good supers. You got alts that are less than the supers right now. Like Seraphimon Ace, we pulled 2 of those. That's awful. $8. $7 for Barbamon. I only got 1 of him. Didn't get any Shockamon, so I'm kind of glad because I could pick this up playset wise for nothing. Leviamon, that's hilarious. $5 for an alt. Demon Lord card. Almost on point with the regular Dominimon. Alt. I got 1 of him, and I knew this. I knew I was going to get him, and then I got a whole bunch of them, and I was like, this card is going to be worth absolutely nothing. And then same with the alternate art for Chaosmon. I got 1 of those. Just not worth anything. So hopefully we don't pull any more of these alts from our boxes, our 3 boxes we're getting, or else I'm going to be sad panda. Even if I get these, I'll be sad panda, because it's these are nothing. I'd rather get an alt Dominimon, honestly, than any of these cards, because at least it's worth 15 to 20 bucks. So, well, we'll see what happens anyways. But yeah, the prices are dropping fast. All the other stuff's super cheap. Box toppers are super cheap, so you can get those easy peasy. Get your box toppers and then you're good to go. And so all I pulled was Yokomons. If you watch the box openings, so I pulled 1 of this, and I think 1 of Kakinmon, and then 3 Yokomons. I was like, this blue stuff is garbage. Why? It just loves me. It loves me so much. But yeah, so that's basically the pricing of EX6. It's I've seen some major drops. There's a couple choice cards that are still holding on to their value, like Lucimon, even Mirai, and a few cards that have actually seen a little bit of a bump, like Beelzemon and Mastimon. Of course, Beelzemon is a 4 of, so it's really good. And then we're also going to look at some cards that complement this set that are actually starting to see price increases due to their viability in the deck. Of course, like Leviamon, see right here, it was going down, spiked right up here because you want to play this guy in your 7 Demon Lord deck. So he's seen a spike kind of back up to his original kind of price of 25 that he kind of stuck around. And then not as much of a spike, but you did see like a little bit of a curve here. Him kind of trying to get back up to that original price he was at. Because again, you're going to play like a copy, maybe 2. BL's X-Antibody. You know, same thing. He's good card for the Demon Lord deck. So you just see that spike there. So, you know, depending on how the tournament goes, this could even, and how many of these cards get played in certain decks, you could see these prices go up a little bit more. I think if 7 Demon Lords does incredibly well after the regionals, we'll have to wait and see. Because Numamon is a deck that just won't go away. So, I mean, if it's all half Numamon, maybe not. But if there's some 7 Demon Lords in there. Belphamon's another really great card to playing. This card actually seen a little bit of a dip since the beginning of the month. But, I mean, right up to right before it, we're seeing more and more interest into it. All the way up to pretty much to Canada Day, and then it had to have a slight dip. So, I mean, this has still been, you know, pretty good indicator that people were getting ready. Sleep Mode, it kind of bottomed out there, but it kind of had a little tiny spike up there. This is a card that I think was down around like $15 at some point. The event pack one. And it kind of jumped back up. That's the best event pack 6 you can get. I haven't pulled a single one, unfortunately. So it's kind of sad panda moment. But yeah, so Sleep Mode 2. Lucemon. That's seen a huge spike because both like Mastimon. I mean, you can play it in Mastimon. It's not necessarily the best because the new Mastimon doesn't really summon it. But you can play it in Mastimon. You can play it in 7 Demon Lords. It's seen a huge spike, you know. So yeah, it's definitely going up there. So this is another card to watch out for. Potentially, if you have copies you don't need, you might want to sell, because it'll go down again eventually. Same with all of these. Same with all of these Demon Lords. Might want to sell these because and if you're buying them, you might want to watch out. Maybe wait till after the regionals, see what happens. You got Mirai. Again, it's seen a bit of a spike too. Pushing it kind of over that $50 range at some points. Seeing lots of sales for just a little bit over 50. And like I said, this is a super tamer. One of, I think, the first super tamers, which also had an alt. And it's still pretty pricey at about $50. And of course, Mastimon too. You can see a little spike here on Mastimon, but it's not really worth the mention because, it's 25 cents. But the same thing. The hype for these decks, these yellow-purple decks, is huge. So, I mean, it definitely, you're seeing these cards start to have increases to their prices because this stuff is so good and just great support for both lines. So there's probably other cards too I've missed. Tell me what those are, and I'll definitely bring them up in another video. But that's our market analysis, guys. That's what we're looking at for prices. We'll see how things go coming into regionals here. So we'll probably be doing more expansive. Now that we've done like week 1 and week 2 of EX6, we're probably going to be doing a little bit more focused on individual cards like usual. Bringing up, whatever the top decks are of the format, looking at the cards in those ones that really, are putting in work. So which ones are going to go up, which ones are going to go down. We're going to be looking towards BT17 because it is coming up in less than a month. And, that could affect prices on certain cards too as people get ready for BT17 right after EX6. So we'll be looking into stuff like that, and we'll keep an eye on things like the low pull rates and other things that could change rapidly as things progress. Anyways, but I hope you guys enjoy the market analysis as always. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and hopefully you get to go play some Digimon, whether you're in a regionals or not. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. We hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.